Alright, so we are live. What is going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today we are doing a live Q&A. Ask me anything about whatever you want to ask me about. It can be, anime, it can be mecha stuff, it can be video games, whatever it may be. Just feel free to ask me anything, whether it is about stuff I cover on the channel or otherwise. But yeah, this is it. This is what we're going to be doing. Just going to be sitting here chatting, wait for some people to get in, and just feel free to ask any question that you do want. Of course, this is a celebration of me hitting 2,500 subscribers here on the channel, which is awesome. Now, for a lot of people, I'm not going to see it as like a milestone as such, because it's kind of like in the middle of like a set of 1,000. But the way I see it is, I see 2,500 subscribers as a bigger milestone than 2,000, because it's like you're a quarter of the way to 10,000, if that makes sense. Same with like 25,000. That'd be, to me anyway, would be a bigger milestone than 30,000 or 20,000, because you're kind of like a quarter of the way to 100k there. But basically, we're a quarter of the way to 10k, which is really, really awesome. So yeah, once people get in, we'll just talk about anything and everything. So but in the meantime, I have actually started watching G Gundam. I actually started just last night, so I'll bring you guys a review of that when I do get around to getting all the way through. It's like 52, 54 episodes maybe. I'm not 100% sure. It's 50 something. It might actually just straight up be 50 episodes. I can't quite remember. But yeah, so expect a video on that sometime in the hopefully near future. It shouldn't take me too long to get through it. I'm through like 3 episodes, I think, so far, or something like that anyway. Yeah, 3 episodes. So I watched 3 episodes last night, and there's actually a trailer that's just come out for Captain America Brave New World. Totally off topic, but I'm just like scrolling through Twitter because I'm going to tweet that we are live currently. I'll just drop it here. The one viewer, thank you very much for dropping in. Feel free to drop any questions down in the chat, and I will answer them, of course. So this is like the third time, sorry, the second time I've retweeted this tweet. So yeah, there we go. Okay. So yeah, as I was saying, for the person that's just dropped in, I did watch G Gundam I've started watching G Gundam, should I say, for the very first time. I've watched 3 episodes of it so far, and I think it's alright. I really liked the first episode. It kind of had like a Western type feel to it, but also felt a little bit dystopian, even more so than some other Gundam stuff does. And one of the things I do appreciate about it is that it feels very different to anything else Gundam, at least from what I've seen, which isn't a whole lot. I've seen the original trilogy of Gundam films, I've seen the entire Seed franchise, and I have seen Witch from Mercury, and then Gundam Pathway, Kukura's Island, all that kind of stuff. So it feels different to like all of those. I think if I was to compare it to anything Gundam, there's elements of like what Witch from Mercury has with like the dual type things, but that's about it. There's really nothing else Gundam that it's comparable to, which I can very much appreciate, and especially considering it's titled Mobile Fighter as opposed to Mobile Suit, I think that's what really like showcases that, yeah, this is set apart from everything else Gundam, and I kind of do like that. My problem is that I'm not the biggest fan of tournament anime, and essentially G Gundam is a tournament anime, but with big mech suits. It's like, Dragon Ball Z, but with robots, which is great in concepts and all that. But for someone who's not the biggest fan of tournament anime, this like could potentially become stale for me personally. I understand like people do really love it, and if people do like tournament anime, then I think G Gundam's great for that. But I do worry that it's going to become very samey. The formula's going to wear off. It's already kind of wearing thin a little bit for me, and I'm only 3 episodes in, because like essentially so far anyway, every episode has been like, okay, we go to this other place, we find another mobile suit from a different country, and that's kind of what the formula has been. It's good. It's all right. I need to see where it goes though. Like I said, I'm only 3 episodes into G Gundam, so things, of course, can change. Thank you for dropping in the chat, one viewer. Feel free to drop any questions down below, like I said, about anything. It can be Gundam, it can be, about anything Mecha, or just about anything. Let me know what you ate today. I don't know. I'm up for answering any and all questions. I think that the live chat is showing here. If I just... I'm not used to using StreamYard properly. Live chat. Sign into chat. So I'm going to try and like sign in so I can actually drop things in the chat. Opening web browser. I'm really not used to using StreamYard, which is what I use for doing stream stuff. Okay, so it's just pulled up the live chat on here. I'll minimize that a little bit and move that off to the side too. There we go. So I can stay there for now. I'm not sure whether this was probably the best time to do the stream. 2 p.m. I mean, I don't usually do them at this kind of time. Usually I'm more of an evening person, but I'm just going off my my analytics, and I thought I'd judge it that way. Anti-dimensional Lord Kaizen, thank you so much for dropping in. Hello, how are you doing? I hope you are doing well. Feel free to drop any questions down in the chat. That'll be really appreciated. But yeah, I'm not used to doing streams at this time. I usually do them on the evening because that usually works more for me. I think anyone anywhere, like evenings usually just work better. But evening time for me is obviously a different time elsewhere. But I've decided to do it this time because it's actually looking at my analytics anyway. This is when most of my viewers are online viewing stuff. So I figured we'll try it this way. If it don't work out, then we'll kind of go back to doing more evening stuff. But yeah, I mean, I guess for now we're doing this at 2 p.m. UK time. I don't know what time it is everywhere else, but here it is 2 p.m. So let's have a look. Yeah, so the live chat is actually showing up on my stream now, so I don't even have to have this other thing open. You guys can't even see what I'm doing. Basically, I was just pulling up the live chat thing on my web browser, but it actually shows up on StreamYard. Sorry, not Stream. I keep calling it StreamYard. It's Streamlabs, should I say? That's what I use for everything really. I actually use it for recording now. I use it for streaming on Twitch. I use it for streaming on here. It's just really good because you can set all the stuff up and that, and also it's free, which is always great. And it's the best way I can record using like the method that I use, which is through my camera, which you guys are seeing me through right now, which is hooked up to my Mac through the Elgato Cam Link. I do have a lot of Elgato stuff. So that's the way that I've been doing stuff anyway. And it works. I mean, I noticed that like compared to how I usually do, I've completely lost train of thought now. Compared to how I used to like record, I just straight recorded through the camera. Now I can record through my Mac, and I do notice that there's a little bit of delay. You can see when I'm talking now, there's a very slight bit of delay on the sound compared to the image. It's not too bad. I mean, especially like in a standard video, you're not going to notice it, and you probably can't notice it here that much. It's really not that bad at all. There's not a lot of delay, but I know when I do shorts, I tend to kind of push the audio slightly because it shows up a lot more there when it's a bit more zoomed in. But anyway, anti-dimensional Lord Kaizen, thank you very much. I'm doing fine on my own, and I also love doing videos on Gundam Seed primarily because you're one of the only people that actually wants to take that series in a new light rather than criticism. Well, thank you very much. I mean, thank you for watching all my Gundam Seed videos. I think for me personally, I've just kind of taken that series for what it is. A lot of people, I think the criticism mainly comes from because it's very similar to the original Gundam, like Universal Century type stuff, but it's also its own thing as well. Like if you compare it to like a lot of the other non-Universal Century Gundam stuff that came out like in the 90s, like G Gundam, like After War Gundam, all that kind of stuff, they feel very different to Universal Century. Seed is essentially like a reimagined version of Universal Century, and people just like it less than Universal Century. So I think that's where a lot of the criticism comes from, and it's also very much of its time. But I've just taken that on for what it is. I think it works as like almost like the Gundam equivalent of like a teen drama type show, and I think if you take it for that, it's fine. And I also think it just depends on what age you are as well. But for me personally, like the show works, and I really like it. I mean, of course, there's critiques to be had with it and such, but at the end of the day, I think a lot of the critiques just come down to personal preference. I don't think they're necessarily like objectively correct critiques of the show, if that makes sense. I think it's just personal preference. So a lot of people just don't like it, which is fair enough. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but yeah, I do. I always like to look at things in a positive light. I don't like to be overly negative about things, and to be fair, if there's something I'm really negative about, I'm more than likely not going to talk about it on the channel. Or if I do, I won't talk about it at length, if that makes sense. So, for example, if I watch, like with G Gundam, which I'm watching which I've just started, if I don't overly love that series, I will probably still do videos on it, but I'm not going to go out of my way to do a lot of videos on it, because if I'm negative on it, I don't really want to talk like that. Of course, there's a difference between being like super negative and genuinely critiquing the show and giving your opinion, but I never like to be like overly negative for the sake of it. Like, you see so many channels that strive on negativity in any sort of fandom, and I'm just not into that, and I never really want to do that on the channel. But like I said, I will give genuine critiques on stuff, and I think that is all good and fair. I think just going out of your way to be negative is it's not a nice way to live. It's really just like, it kind of gets you down in some ways. So yeah, I love Gundam Seed, and I will continue to talk about it as when we get new content, if we get new content, and as and when I get ideas to do videos as well, because I'm kind of starting to stretch things a little bit in terms of doing seed videos. I've basically been doing like a character tier list for every series, mobile suit tier list for every series, but beyond that, there's not a whole lot of other ideas that I still have. I know I want to do a seed character tier list, which I still haven't done, because I was sort of working. It was weird because when I started, not character tier list, sorry, mobile suit tier list. When I started doing seed videos, I basically worked through doing like in chronological order ish of Seed, doing the character tier list. So I did Seed, then Seed Destiny, then Seed Stargazer. No, sorry, I think I did. Yeah, no, sorry, I did do Seed Stargazer after Destiny, and then of course recently, which was my most recent video, in fact, was my Seed Freedom character tier list. And then when it comes to mobile suits, I kind of worked backwards and did Freedom first, then I think I did Destiny, then I did Stargazer, and hopefully quite soon I'm going to do a Seed mobile suit tier list. But aside from that, I'm not sure what other Seed videos to do. I'm sure I have like a list of videos I got planned. I won't show you guys here, but I'll pull it up on my end so I can have a look. So to give you guys a little bit of a tease of stuff to come. So I'm actually doing a ranking of the anime stuff, like the anime franchise, if you will, because there is stuff that's not anime in Seed. You've got like some of the manga, like the Astray manga. You've got the Seed Eclipse, which is currently still ongoing, which I think I do want to read that or watch the motion comic versions that they've got on YouTube, I think. So I will probably do something on that at some point, as and when I get round to witnessing that story. Whether I'll read it or whether I'll watch the motion comic stuff, I don't know. But yeah, maybe I'll do a video on that at some point. But when it comes to the anime franchise, that's basically Seed, Seed Destiny, Seed Stargazer, Seed Freedom, and then the Astray MSV, which I'm including in there, is basically a glorified promo, but it is still technically anime when it comes to Seed, so I'm still going to talk about it. But yeah, that video will maybe next week, actually, I'm thinking on that one. I do also plan to do a tier list on the songs, like every like insert songs, openings, endings for the Seed franchise, because there's a lot of them. And the only reason I came up with the idea is because I was literally looking through a tier list on the tier maker website for Gundam Seed, and someone does have a tier list like template thing for that, so I'll probably be doing that maybe soon. I'm not 100% sure when. And like I said, mobile suit tier list for Seed, and I think I'm probably going to do something on Seed Destiny like later this year when it turns 20. It turns 20 in October, so I'm thinking of doing like a top 20 moments in Seed Destiny then. But that's far out. That's a few months from now. So that's kind of plans for Seed related videos. And yeah, we've got some Code Geass videos coming as well. I've got some Witch from Mercury videos. I've got to do tier lists and stuff for that. So I do have plenty of ideas for videos. Sometimes it's just a case of executing them. And there's an element of repetitiveness there, in terms of like how I'm gonna do things. Like the usual character tier list, mobile suit tier list, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, all that to say, I like Seed. There we go. Would you be willing to review my opening that I've made for Mobile Suit Gundam Seed Build Fighters Try, my Isekai series, if you would like a link to it? Yeah, I mean, drop a link. I'll definitely check it out. And yeah, I mean, what is it? So it's like a song opening, or is it a what's called an animated thing, or is it just like a straight up like manga story thing? Whatever it is, just drop a link and I'll definitely check it out. And yeah, I mean, sure, I'll give it a review. Why the hell not? Yeah, I mean, yeah, drop it in the chat. Or if you want to DM me on Instagram, then you can do that. That's down in the description below, or Twitter, whatever you use. If you want to drop it in the chat, if you want to DM me, whatever. I'll definitely give it a look, because that does sound pretty cool. I mean, Seed meets Build Fighters, like an isekai thing. That's sounds pretty cool. I've never actually seen anything build related. I do actually have one of the mobile suits somewhere in the background. There, I think that got the shin burning from Build Metaverse, but I've never actually watched any build stuff. It's a song opening with scenes from Gundam Seed and Seed Destiny, combined with the Build Fighters Try characters opening. Awesome. Yeah, you feel free to drop it. I don't know whether I'll do a review as such, but I can definitely do a reaction to it. Yeah, I'll definitely give that a look for you, and I will try and do something related to it on the channel. Because I'm not really like into reviewing openings. That's not something like, when it comes to my I want to say critic mind, but when it comes to like my skill, I guess, in reviewing stuff, I'm not the greatest at reviewing songs or openings or anything like that, but I'm down to do a reaction to it, because I enjoy reacting to openings. Honestly, it's a lot of fun sometimes. So yeah, drop it and I will definitely check that out. Yeah, has anyone been watching Rose the Recapture Code Geass? Because I've not watched the most recent episode, which has just come out today. It's episode 4, but so far it's pretty damn good. I mean, the third episode I didn't think was great. I didn't think it was bad. It was just, compared to the first 2 episodes, it just wasn't quite as good, and it felt more like filler. Not filler, but like it just didn't have that same like intensity or action feeling or anything like that. It wasn't. I don't want to say it wasn't plot focused, because it was, but yeah, I mean, I wasn't the biggest fan of episode 3, but I'm very excited to watch episode 4 today. And what I really love about Rose the Recapture so far is that every single episode has like, it has a hook at the end of it. Like, you have like a big reveal or big turning point or something right at the end of the episode where it's like, okay, I gotta watch the next one now. I don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't seen it, but episode 1's got it. Episode 2 probably has it more so than any other episode. And then episode 3, despite the fact that I wasn't the hugest fan of it, it does have a great ending, which sets the stage for episode 4, which I'm going to watch later today. I haven't been reviewing it weekly. I did a review of the first 2 episodes, but it's not something I'm going to review weekly. I will just do a review of the full thing when it finishes. Like I said, we've got 2 viewers in here, so feel free to drop any questions. Like I said, this is a live Q&A, so anything and everything, feel free. It doesn't have to be about Mecha. It can literally be about anything. Also, you have any requests for things, for series for me to watch, games for me to play, whatever, just let me know, all that kind of stuff as well. Because I'm wondering like what to stream on Twitch. Because I've kind of been neglecting it a little bit. I just started streaming the Grandizer, the UFO Grandizer, was it UFO Robot Grandizer the Feast of the Wolves game. I started streaming it, and I just decided to play it. But I will actually be bringing you guys a review of that very soon, which I did promise, and that is coming. Hopefully, maybe tomorrow. I think I'm going to try and finish it today, because I'm pretty close to finishing it. I mean, I'm basically on like the last area part, so probably take me like 30 minutes to an hour to finish it now. So yeah, actually, that's right. I was going to get it, but it's like right down the bottom of my shelf thing, and it'd be hard to reach to then get it out. But yeah, I mean, other than that, I'm really not sure what other Mecha games to play. I think I'm going to play SD Gundam Battle Alliance, revisit that, because I never actually did a full review of it on the channel. I just did a like initial impressions of the demo. I think I did like a demo impressions, but I never actually talked about the game like as a whole. I never did a full review of it, so I'm thinking maybe this year I might try and do that as like a 2 years later retrospective. So I'm probably going to like try and restart that and play through like the main story stuff on Twitch. And then also Gundam Breaker 4, which we've got coming out at the end of August, but also the network test, which is basically an open beta, that is starting in 6 days' time. So next Thursday, I think, the 18th, I think it was. Yeah, hold on. I'm going to pull up my calendar and find out when it is. I think it was the 8th. Or was it the 16th? I can't remember. It might be the 16th, which is Tuesday. Hold on. I'm looking this up. Gundam Breaker 4. Open network test. July 18th until July 20th. So it was only for a couple of days, but I will definitely stream it. I think in fact, I'm going to head on to Instagram because they actually dropped. Hold on. They dropped the times for the. Here we go. So I got it here. If we can get through this, open network test. I thought they did drop the times. I can't find it now. I dropped it in the actual chat room. The way this series is going to be structured, like Fixing Ruby by Celtic Phoenix, mixed in with a visual novel art style, and I'm hoping to get an animation team started. Well, that's awesome. I mean, I really hope that it works out for you because it sounds like a great idea. And I'm all for like fan fiction Gundam kind of stuff because I think there's so much potential within the franchise, especially when it comes to mobile suit design. Like if you can come up with some really cool mobile suit designs as well, then that's going to be awesome. But yeah, I've never actually seen that. Fixing Ruby by Celtic Phoenix. I'll have to give that a watch. Because yeah, I've never heard of that video. I assume it's a video anyway. I know I know of Ruby, but I've never actually watched that specific video. I never actually watched Ruby, period, come to think of it. Dropped in the actual chat room. See, I can't find it on the channel. Let me have a look top chat. Hold on, I'm just having a look on the YouTube bit. Yeah, for some reason it's not showing up on my end, but I will keep an eye. So, hold on, because I can probably check the chat afterwards and it might show up there, but I don't know why it's not showing here. But I'm gonna copy this. I'm not actually gonna watch it now, because like I said, I'll try and do a reaction to it for you. But I will type it into YouTube and see if I can come across it. Yeah, so I can't find it on YouTube looking for it, but like I said, if hopefully it will actually show up in the chat soon, maybe, I don't know. But at the moment it's not showing up here. But yeah, I mean, if you want to drop it anywhere, or if you just want to drop the full title for it, I'll just copy the title and type it into the YouTube search bar. I think my dog's coming in. Yeah, my dog's here. Hello. She just jumped up on the bed. If you can see some movement on the bed over there, that's because my dog's just jumped up. Hello. She just sat looking at me. Oh my god. I don't know whether that messed up on my end. Alright. I'll copy that then. Okay, so yeah, from 9 months ago, I would assume. Awesome. Yeah, so I'll save that to my watch later, and I will definitely check it out for you. I don't know when. I can't guarantee a time. I might try to watch it today maybe. Um, but yeah, I'll keep you updated and expect a reaction to it here on the channel. But yeah, I can see that you've made quite a few things actually. Gundam Seed before GSBFT. I don't know what that is. Gundam Seed something. I don't know. But yeah, I'll definitely. Oh, you've done something else. Oh, build BFT. Build Fighters Try. Okay. I was wondering what it was, and I was like, what the hell is BFT? Because I was thinking like before something, but Build Fighters Try. Okay, cool. Build Fighters is definitely something I want to check out as well, because I think that's probably something that I might like. I just kind of have a feeling that I'll like it. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I like the mobile suit designs in it. Um, but yeah. But yeah, Kaizen. Let me know your favorite Gundam series. I assume it's Baby Seed or Build Fighters Try based on the fact that you're doing this. I just take the time with this whole thing. I'm planning on creating a playlist so that way everything that I've shown off can be shown in order. Awesome. Nice. Well, I hope it goes well for you, and I hope you do manage to get together like an animation team and such. Um, because yeah, I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for you. I really do hope that it does go well. I assume you've got like a story together and such. Um, basic outline of plot and things like that. Are you scripting it? Are you doing any like um, pre animated stuff or anything like that? Any design work that you've got? You don't have to show me it, by the way. I'm just interested. I'm gonna see if there's any Gundam news that we've got recently. I mean, chances are that there isn't, because I do tend to check every day for stuff. Partly to do videos on, but also just purely out of interest as a fan as well. So I don't think we really do have anything. It's not pre-animated yet. It's a visual novel. Oh, okay. So go through a story like Happy Dimension Neptunia, and you'll get a picture of what I'm trying to make. Okay, okay. Well, I'll check that out as well. So Hyper Dimension Neptunia. Series of role-playing games created and developed. Ah, okay. So is this? I assume it's like the style of. Yeah, so it's like a visual novel thing, isn't it? Awesome. So are you taking inspiration from Hyperdimension Neptunia in terms of story, or just purely in terms of the visual novel aspects? I'd never actually heard of this series before you mentioned it, but I'm looking at it now. It's actually got a pretty cool premise, and it's done by localized by NIS. So NIS are pretty good. I do like NIS. What's actually the NIS America? Because I know they Nippon Ichi Software. Okay, that's what it is. Because I know they localize all the Legend of Heroes stuff. They localize the East franchise, which I am a big fan of. On taking the story only from the visual novel aesthetics, not the story of Hyperdimension Neptune. Okay, that makes sense then. Yeah, I mean, I think visual novel is a pretty good approach because like you get a good feeling for the story, the character design, and such, without having to go through the whole like you know hardcore animating stuff and things like that. So I always think that visual novels are like a pretty good way because like it's a nice balance where you get a good idea of the look of everything, but you also like I said, you don't have to go through the whole thing of like animating everything and doing all the voice lines and things like that. Which I mean, I don't tend to play visual novels much, so I'm not 100% sure how much they tend to have voice acting in them. But yeah, I think visual novel, you got the right approach there. That is probably the best way to do it. Where yeah, it's easy enough to do. Um, Also just gives you a good idea of like what you're trying to create. Like you're not having to let go of too much in order to try and achieve your vision, if you will. On the topic of Gundam news, though, we haven't actually got anything today, news wise, but we did get the box art for the Lightning Buster Gundam from Sea Freedom, which I am very excited to buy. I think like either last week or a couple of weeks ago, we got the Dual Blitz box art, and hold on, let's just I'm gonna switch over to screen record in a second, and nothing's gonna show up. It's gonna be like this, but just give me a second because I wanna bring something up. There we go. So, oh, hold on. Oh my god, what have I done? Sorry guys, I've like totally messed up this. Yeah. There we go. That's better. Looks alright now. But yeah, they revealed the box art for the Lightning Buster Gundam. It looks sick. I also really like that. So like we've got the Dual Blitz box art as well. You can probably see like hold on, is this showing on screen? I don't know whether my mouse is, but you can see next to the Lightning Buster you got the Dual Blitz, or you got the back of the Dual Blitz. What's really cool is that if I then bring up I'm gonna scroll all the way through here. Let's try and find it. The Dual Blitz box. Here we go. So you can see that it's literally like the same kind of image reversed. I think that's a really cool way of doing it. And his box arts look really great, by the way. Also, Lunar Maria Hawk figurize, which we are getting late this year. There's really cool Gunpla on the way, which I'm very, very excited for, especially when it comes to all the Seed and Seed Freedom stuff. This is supposed to be also a remake of Gundam Seed. Everything that you've seen in Gundam Seed will be good. Everything that happens in Gundam Seed Destiny will be completely different. That is very interesting. Are you on the train of not liking Gundam Seed Destiny then? Which I know a lot of people don't, and it's fair enough. There's criticisms to be had with that show, of course. I'm a really big fan of it, to be honest. Seed Destiny, I think it's great. The other thing I can say with absolute sincerity, Gundam Seed Destiny will have something known as the AI War. Ooh, that sounds very interesting. I like the sound of that. And AI is a big deal nowadays as well. It's very relevant. But yeah, I'm interested to see a different take on Seed Destiny. I personally really like Seed Destiny. Maybe a hot take, but I actually like it a bit more than Seed. It's probably worse than Seed, talking like objectively. But I like it more. I think it's got. I like the highs of Seed Destiny more than I like the highs of Seed, if that makes sense. So I personally like Seed Destiny more as it is, but I'm still interested to see a different take on it. Like because I assume you're probably going to follow it more from the path of what Seed is, so it feels more like the follow up that people want, if that makes sense. Where I assume you got to make Kira the main character, unless you've got an original character that you're using. I don't know. Also, did anyone see the Gundam Crocs? These look awesome. They are actually coming to the UK as well, which is where I am. Originally, I mean they started off just being in Japan, but yeah, now they're coming to the UK. Well, I'd say they started off being in Japan, I think. Then they were announced for America at AX, and now they are coming to the UK and they're on the website. They're coming soon. I think they're coming sometime this month. At least going for pre-order this month. They're pretty expensive. They're about £75 for the adult size, about £55 for kids, which is like £20 difference. Like, come on, why is why is the difference so much? But I mean, I'm gonna buy them either way. £75 is not the price that I would usually spend on shoes, especially not Crocs. I would tend to buy them if I tend to buy any shoes on sale, but in this case, I'm probably going to pre-order them when they go up, and I might even do an unboxing because it'd be fun. The only problem with Seed Destiny, which is the reason why I had to change it so immensely, was the factor of Kira Yamato surviving a nuclear explosion along with Shin. So does that mean you're not? I mean, you don't have to answer this, by the way. I'm just purely spitting things out here because I don't want you to spoil it. But there's two ways you can go about that. You either don't make the nuclear explosion a thing, or you do and you kill them both off. And either way is very interesting. I mean, as someone who kind of likes when characters just like, as someone who likes like risk taking sometimes in stories, I like the idea of killing them both off and then making Atherin the main protagonist. But I'm an Atherin guy, so I will always root for him to be the main character. I would argue he is maybe the main character of Seed. Well, he's not really, he's Kira, but I mean, if you look at the roles that he has in Seed and Seed Destiny, he basically has a leading role in both of them. Like, he is the co-lead in both series, from my perspective anyway. So, yeah, I'm a big Atherin guy. Love him. Also, I'm very excited for the SH Figure Arts Atherin as well, which I did actually see for pre-order somewhere on Kapow Toys, which is an online website here in the UK. I think it was February it's supposed to come out. So that is something I'm definitely going to be buying. Very excited. Also, they started to stock Gunpla on here now. They've actually got a Macross YF19 model kit, which I do want to pick up. That looks really, really cool. As I said, the entirety of Gundam Seed Destiny has been written from the grounds up because so many things changed in the original series because of build fighters. Okay, interesting. The butterfly effect. Okay, fair enough. So basically, like, yeah. So there's changes made in Seed, which then, like, completely switch up what would then what can then happen in Seed Destiny. That's pretty cool though. I like the idea of it. I always like rewrite, like people rewriting stuff, coming up with their like ways of, not always like necessarily fixing, but just switching things up and like the what if scenarios. Like, if you change this, how does it then change everything else? That's always really cool in storytelling, and that's what's great about having like fandoms as well, is that people will discuss what is there, but also people will discuss what could have been and what they would have maybe liked to see. Which that's the beautiful thing about storytelling sometimes. Another random thing talking about SH Figure Arts, I was very, very disappointed to hear that they're making a Shin SH Figure Arts figure from Seed Freedom, like a pilot suit Compass pilot suit version. Unfortunately, it's P Bandai, which means I'm not going to be able to get a hold of it unless I go to Japan, because otherwise I'll just be paying a hell of a lot of money. There's actually, I'm looking through like the screenshots of it. There's actually a screenshot thing of him along with Kira and Atherin. They look so good together. I can't wait to get them. Not Shin, because unfortunately it's P Bandai, but the other two I'm definitely going to get. And I do want to. I want to set up some sort of Seed display in my room. Don't know where, because you can kind of see in the background. I've just got a load of Gunpla on there. Like, they're not properly organized. You can kind of see there's some like Seed Freedom ones there. I've got the Rudrower, Rising Freedom, and Immortal Justice, and I've got some Witch from Mercury ones over there. And then over here, I've got, there's quite a bit of random stuff there, to be honest. There's Yusuke Urameshi from Yu Yu Hakusho, who probably needs to go from the background because he's not really relevant to anything I do on the channel now. So I'll probably move him somewhere else. But then I've got the SDEX RX-78-2 somewhere around there, which you probably can't see because it's blocked by loads of other stuff. There's the SDEX Ale Strike Gundam over there. Back to which from Maker stuff, got the SDEX Aerial. So I do need to change stuff in the background, and that my room is still a work in progress. And I say this every time. Like I always like switch things up, and then I never like commit and finish to switching things up because I still got my displays I need to put up here, which I do have one of them signed now by 3 voice actors from Witch from Mecha, which is really awesome. So I'm planning on getting that signed by more in the future. That's going to go up alongside my other Witch from Mecha one. Then I've got my RX-78 2 and Shah one, and then a Gundam Pathway one as well. And they did actually come out with Seed Freedom displays. Now, fortunately, they came out with those like 2 weeks after I ended up doing my buying displays because if I knew those were coming, I probably would have waited and got one of the Seed Freedom ones. But I do have a Seed Freedom poster that I still need to frame and put up. So I want some Seed like stuff recognition. I've completely lost the word for it, but yeah, I want a representation, should I say? I want some Seed representation in my room aside from like Gunpla. I do actually really want to get the high grade destroyed gun. I'm just throwing stuff out there that I want to buy. This is the kind of stuff I tend to think about. I tend to think a lot about what to buy with money that I don't have. Well, I feel that's how everyone is, especially when you're into collecting stuff. There's always something else to buy. There's always something that you want. There's always something that gets revealed. There's always something that has been out for a while that you also want. But the high grade destroyer Gundam is something that I want because I do have an idea of how to display it along with the Force Impulse and the Freedom. For those that have seen Seed Destiny, you will probably know what I'm talking about with those 3 mobile suits in particular. I think it's probably my favorite moment actually, or like favorite arc sequence, if you will, from Seed Destiny is that whole thing with the Destroy Gundam and Kira and Shin and Stella. Really, really love that. So I want to make a display specifically for that. And I think providing that it will fit in, I do have over there glass cabinets, so I think one of those shelves could maybe do it, depending on how big the high grade Destroy Gundam is. Because I know it's big, I just hope it fits. I really, really do. If not, I'll have to find somewhere else to put it. But I think when it comes to like big Gunpla purchases, that is the one. That is the one that I want. Is the high grade Destroy Gundam. But there's also some real grade ones as well, like the new Gundam, and also what was it? Is it the Sazabi? I think it's the Sazabi. I always get them mixed up. There's a Sazabi and then there's something else. Yes, it's Sazabi. So I really want the real grade Sazabi to go along with the real grade new Gundam, which of course both from Shah's Counterattack. And I've heard that they're very good real grades as well. Thank you for your support. I would greatly appreciate it. The last thing I would say before I go is this: the series will have 6 seasons, each going into a different aspect of the story. 6 seasons, damn. Well, whenever you can, make a review on what I've technically done so far with the openings and the actual trailers. Okay, awesome. Like I said, I will give them a look. And I will definitely talk about them in some way on the channel because I do want to get that support, of course, to you as well, and make sure people are keeping eyes on it because I know, especially like a lot of people, with Seed's very popular at the minute with Seed Freedom, and there's a lot of people that are probably interested in more stuff from that universe. And whilst of course this isn't technically it's not official stuff, I'm sure people will be very interested in fan oriented stuff as well. So, but yeah, thank you for dropping in here and telling me about that as well. It's awesome. Like I said, I'll definitely keep an eye on it, and I'll try to spot it in any way I personally can by just kind of shouting it out to people and let people know about it. Yeah, this is I'm just currently sat here with the Gunpla UK site, just looking at Gunpla. This is see when I've got time on my hands to look at stuff, this always happens, and I just want to buy it all, but I can't because it's expensive. I don't have the money to buy all this stuff. Because I mean, I need to save money for MCM Comic Con, Proto Dacia Arastra. I'll see you Starside. Awesome. See you later. Thank you very much for dropping in. But yeah, I need to save up for MCM London later this year, which I do want to go to. I wish that I went to the May one, mainly because they have a Bandai stand. They had exclusive Gunpla. That's literally the main reason I'm going. But also because like MTM London, I think is probably one of the better cons in the UK. So it's definitely something I want to go to. So I want to go to the one in October. So I'm hoping that they have some good guests there as well. Maybe some Gundam guests. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. I want to saw some more Witch from Mercury voice actors so I can get more signings on my display. Yeah, I need to save up for that. I need to make sure I've got money aside for those Gundam Crocs as well. Um, and there's something else as well. I'm sure there's something. Oh yeah, there's the 4Ks of the original Gundam trilogy, which actually come out in like a week on Monday. There was a website that I actually found one pretty cheap. I think they're about £25 each, so I'm probably going to get them from there. And I'll drop a pre-order on them soon, hopefully, so I can get them in time. And of course, I will do an unboxing on those as well. And I've gone on the All the Anime website. First thing that comes up is the Macross Plus Ultimate Edition Blu-ray. I really hope they make a standard version of that because I'm not paying £150 for a film that I've not seen. It's just absurd. It's just too expensive. But yeah. Anyway, I think that might actually end this off, this stream. So yeah, thank you guys for dropping in for this live Q&A. Kaizen, thank you so much for telling me about all your Gundam Seed Build Fighters Try thing that you're working on. That just sounds awesome. I'm definitely going to give it a look, and I will give you some feedback on it if you would like that as well. But yeah, thank you for everyone that drops in and asks questions. I hope to do more of these in the future. I think that this 2 p.m. slot hasn't really worked out, to be honest. So I think we'll try and do one in the evening. We'll switch things up and just see kind of what works when everyone's online and such. But I might make a post like asking you guys when works best for you, days, times, all that kind of stuff. And who knows? In the future, we might make this a regular weekly thing, if possible, live Q and A. Because I do have fun with these. I enjoy just kind of talking about stuff like this. This is what YouTube to me is all about. It's about engaging with community, talking about stuff, being asked random questions, and just having discussions, learning things, all that kind of stuff. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning into this stream today. Stay tuned to the channel because we're going to have a review of UFO Robot Grendizer, the Feast of the Wolves game. I think that's probably going to come tomorrow. And then maybe on Sunday, we'll have a Code Geass character tier list. And then next week, got some other videos on the way, which you guys will have to stay tuned for. I will drop a weekly YouTube schedule this Sunday, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, thank you for tuning in to Mecha Chat today. Thank you guys for watching this stream, for tuning into the stream. If you're watching on the replay, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Not next stream, because more than likely